Hey everybody, I'm AZ Badfish. Welcome to another episode from the PrimeCraft server. So, in the last episode, we moved our villager breeder from down in the depths of our industrial complex all the way up to above ground, and I really didn't want to do that, but it felt like I didn't have a choice. So, I mean, the downside is that I have a much bigger house up here than I meant to, but, there's been a lot of positives that come out of that, and since I last recorded, I've just been kind of on doing various little things around the base, and I kind of want to catch you guys up. So you might be noticing I went ahead and finished the roof. I just, kind of similar to the way it was the last time, I just brought these parts out a little bit. Ooh, and that doesn't look right. Oh, yep. I can get up there and fix that later. But yeah, so the roof is pretty much done. This side is looking much better. Man, I wish I had noticed that before I started recording. Anyways, I'll have to remember that for later. So in here, we got the villager breeder, and also I built, since last time, I built this little elytra launching platform. You can also land on here, but it's a little tricky. Right. I've also built this villager feeding system, so you can put food in that chest, and then turn this off, and it will unlock the hopper and drop food on them. So that's all set up now, and this area up here is pretty much done. Let me go ahead and sleep, though. Because I have not lit up the area yet, so we still are attracting zombies. Alright. And we've got an interesting little problem here, right? So there's now 7 villagers up here, and 3 down here. I don't know how that happened. I do not know how that happened, but there's a pretty easy way to fix this. I could just extend the walls down, again, so that no babies can fall out, turn the breeder on, let them get back up to 10, and then just break the block that's stopping them from falling down, because right now it's really only meant for babies to fall down. So the only issue I have with that is I know these guys have food, and I kind of want to keep my baby villagers' inventory empty. So if we drop these guys down there, they'll be passing food around, and I don't really like that, but I don't really have a choice right now. Also, this is filling up for where they're tossing food to each other. I don't know if it was that. I don't think it's these guys, because I haven't really noticed any food they're throwing around falling. But these guys might have been throwing food to each other, and that could have got picked up by the hoppers. I know all of the villagers pretty much had a full inventory of food, so that's very possible that it was just those guys there at the bottom. We'll have to come back up here and deal with that, but I want to show you guys some other things that I've done. So, in today's episode, my plan is to get the first 4 sub-levels of the industrial complex completely done. And I don't think we'll have that much of a problem doing it, because, for one, level 1 is complete already, right? Like, it's just my storage and my nether portal. And then down at level 2, we've got some stuff to do. We've got the hallway that goes to the tree chopping area and to the skeleton grinder. But I also want to put in a real simple room for potion brewing and for enchanting. So I think we'll go ahead and start looking at that. So I've kind of got it marked out a bit, and I want to put brewing stands and chests and stuff. So let me go, I guess, and get my shulker boxes out, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. Alright, so that is the potion room pretty much done. It's real simple, you guys. Real manual. Like I said, nothing fancy. None of the fancy redstone systems. I might come in and add one later, but for now, this is more than enough for what I need. I don't even really use potions very often, so, I've just got some nether wart growing here. I've got a chest for nether wart and for potions. And right now, just an unused one, because I don't actually have that many resources right now. As a matter of fact, all of this stuff was pretty much just in one chest upstairs. So yeah, as you can see, I just extended the standard floor pattern in here. I've got some water running, so we can fill up our water bottles and stuff. And yeah, this is pretty simple. So we're going to do something real similar in here with the enchanting room. So I'm going to get started on putting this floor in, and I'll come back to you guys in a minute. Okay. So with that, my enchanting room is also now done. I put some lapis around, made it look pretty cool in here, I think. And again, this is nothing fancy, it's just real simple. A way for me to quickly come in here and enchant some backup gear if I need to, for when, you know, let's see, what do I need here? We'll just grab some of that. So I want to get some anvils in here. But yeah, so like occasionally I will, you know, notice while I'm working that I just have a whole bunch of levels, and I don't want to die with all those levels on me, so I like to enchant backup gear just so that I have it, and so that the levels aren't ever wasted. And that's what I've got going on in this chest. This is all backup gear that I've just, you know, I'll come in here and throw an enchant on it. And I'm sure as, you know, got lapis in here, as time goes on, these chests will get more full of stuff. Like, I imagine I'll have, like, books and just crappy gear that I can enchant in here. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that. I will go ahead and put anvils, how about right there, and right there. And I've got a couple of extras, so I will go ahead and put them in the chest here as well. And alright, so with that, the second sub-level is now done. I've got all of this stuff done here, so that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we're moving on down to sub-level 3. And good news about sub-level 3, it too is also done. All this is my villager breeding stuff, and actually, you know what I probably could do is get rid of all this glass and just replace it with ceiling, basically, because I don't need all this glass up here. And maybe fill this in, because I don't need this huge space back here anymore. But I don't know, I kind of like having it here. I don't really know why. I might use it for something later. But yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this glass, I suppose. Alright, so the glass has been removed. I went ahead and replaced it with the polished andesite, which is the ceiling we're using for this. Now, of course, this area is pretty much done, as I mentioned before. This is all good to go. The babies fall down here, and they'll get pushed along over here. Now, if you guys remember, in the last episode, I mentioned that I was having some issues with my drop-off, and that has been resolved. I messed around with it in creative mode for a while, and I figured out what the problem was. If you guys remember, I was unable to get the activator rail to knock the villagers into this square. And the reason for that was there was a block right here. Like that. So this block was preventing the villagers from kind of being thrown over onto it. So that, I managed to figure that out. It took me a while. And well, now you can see what happens. That's gone forever. So I'm going to have to get another piece of glass to replace that. But yeah, this works now. And of course, once they get dropped off, they will bounce off this wall, and the cart will bounce off that wall and come right back out to the front. So that's all working now. I've tested it out. It works just fine. Let me grab another piece of glass to replace that one. And then we can head back down to sub-level 4, which has got some new stuff in it, which you guys have actually might have been able to hear, especially while we were over there. So, I mentioned that there were a lot of positives with moving the villager breeder out of here, and one of them is that it completely opened up this area for my animal farms, which I have built off camera. And I want to kind of go over these real quick. These are real simple farms. This, of course, is a Vidargavia farm. He's the first person I saw to ever build one like this. It's just a one by one space where you have a whole bunch of cows in there. And max entity cramming is going to take over this one. So I've got a dispenser with water. And that will lift them up so that we can feed them easier. And once these guys start having babies, you can see that the adults are dying to make room for the babies. And that is how this farm works. It's really simple. It's really easy to build. And yeah, I don't like really messing with cow farms that much because they give me headaches. And this is really simple and it works just fine. And we get a whole bunch of stuff from it. So that's doing good. The pig farm works the same way. I don't have enough pigs in here just yet for the max entity cramming to really work yet. So I'm still building up the, the max number of pigs in this area. Any more? Yep, there's a bunch. So the chicken farm, though, actually works a bit different. It is a RabidSmore's design, and I will put a link to that video tutorial in my description below. But it's pretty simple. We just have a bunch of adult chickens standing up here. When they hatch an egg, or I guess drop an egg, it will get picked up. And there's some redstone back here that basically fires the egg out into this area, so we get babies. And at the same time, it gives 2 quick pulses to this dispenser on top, which has lava in it. So any adults that are in here, when an egg comes through the system, will get cooked, and we will get a bunch of chicken and feathers from this farm. So this is working really well too. And if I want to, I can flip this lever, and it will unlock one of the hoppers back there, which will actually allow the eggs to come through here without being fired in here. So we can actually collect eggs down here if I wanted to. But I don't want to be doing that because I've got plenty of chickens now, so I'm just trying to get up a stock of some food here. But this area obviously has a lot of work to be done in it. Well, no, I guess not that much work, but we're going to be doing a bit of decorating. So I need to figure out exactly what I want to do, and I haven't yet. So let me get my shulker boxes out, and we'll figure it out. And this is what I decided to go with. Went with this light blue clay and green clay. Kind of looks like outside, kind of. Make the animals feel a little bit better, I don't know if I love it or not, but honestly, we're not going to be in here very long. You're just going to come in here, breed up the animals, grab something out of a chest maybe, and then be on your way. So beyond that, I think this is just fine, and this serves the purpose well. And of course, also on this level, we've got the villager farms, and I wanted to mention that I went ahead and moved the carrot farm back into its original position, and that it still works. And I like the way it is here in the middle, as opposed to back over there in a similar position to the potato farm. It's just simply that it looks better for this area. There's 3 farms. I kind of wish I had done this actually with the chicken farm in the animals area. I might end up doing that as well, so you basically have one at the end and then one on either side. But yeah, this is all working still. It's working just fine. The rates are actually pretty good. Also down here on sub-level 4, we've got these all of these automatic farms for my watermelon and my pumpkins and my sugarcane. We've also got this, and this area needs to be finished up as well. This is my tunnel all the way back down to the string farm. And as you can see, this tunnel is so long that it doesn't even load all the way to the end. So I've been kind of putting this off for a while because it's going to be a pretty boring project. But I figured since we're doing all this cleaning up stuff, we can go ahead and tackle this. Maybe make this system a little bit better as well. Who knows? Alright, well, let's get going. Alright, so this tunnel has been decorated. That took a long time, you guys. Took a long time. I always forget how long that tunnel is. But yeah, just real simple decoration, because we're not going to really even be paying attention. It's a tunnel, man. But this is all done. Let me run back in here and turn these carts off. I had this on while I was working back here in the area, just so I could be collecting some string. Why not? I even decorated the tunnel down to the maintenance area. So we can now hit that. Eventually we'll get a cart, and now we can go. Alright, so this is a long cart ride, so I think I'll cut here, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright, so coming up on the end. Sweet. And that all works. I didn't actually mess with the system at all, but I just made it look a little nicer. So this is all working now, and I went ahead and finished this transition up, and it's all looking great. So with that pretty much means our whole sub-level 4 is now also done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. All done. All the stuff that we've got going on in here, that's all done, and it's all working. I'm so pumped about that, you guys. That's it's an exciting day. So what else do we have going on? We've still got a few minutes left in this episode. We can take a look. I wanted to point out something, that down here, I don't have any plans for sub-level 5. There's no signs on any of these things. This right here is just a cave that I broke into. I just wanted to let, kind of mark that off so I knew where it was. But there's nothing going on down here. Down at the very bottom, I do have some plans for this. Now, I originally had marked this off to be my auto smelter. Well, I don't know if I'm going to need that much space for an auto smelter. I also don't really like... I don't know that I want to have it that far away from all the mining operations. What I do think I could do is leave this open for further mine shafts. Like, eventually, that main tunnel is going to get so long that I don't want to run down it anymore. So I could just start working down this way. But I think the only other thing to do is kind of come down here and clean this area up a bit, make it look nicer, maybe create some auto smelting action here, and figure out some sort of cart system for all the things we've got going on down here with the mine shaft. Maybe come up with some sort of simple aesthetic. Probably just all stone, because, as we're digging further out, I'm not going to want to continually build out, a new, a complex looking mineshaft pattern. But I think if I just swapped everything out for stone that's visible here, maybe do something up a long time. I don't know. But let me go start clearing this out over here, and we'll get working on that smelter. Alright guys, so I've made a little bit of progress. I wanted to catch you up. So we've got here a line of hoppers, and behind it is a system meant to evenly distribute the fuel. This isn't a fully automatic smelter yet. I'm not sure if I'm even going to go that route. I actually think I saw Mumbo Jumbo do something similar at the end of PrimeCraft Season 4, maybe? I don't remember exactly. But how this works is real simple. So a hopper pointed into the back of a furnace will deliver the fuel, and each of these furnaces has a hopper in the back of it. And atop of those hoppers is another line of hoppers all pointing forward into this one. And we know that a hopper will always try to push down into a hopper below it before pushing across to a hopper next to it. So we have to lock these bottom hoppers, and we're doing that with this redstone torch providing power to this signal, which is powering all these blocks, locking all these bottom hoppers. So when we put an item at the end here, it'll go all the way to the end, and once it gets to this hopper, this comparator detects that signal and turns off this torch, unlocking this bottom row of hoppers. So this will split it up into 8s, because we have 8 furnaces here. So I've got 16 pieces of coal, and we can check this out. If I just put 16 pieces of coal in here, we can run over here and see, oh, there it blinked, and it blinked again. And now all of these, oh, it blinked a third time, that's weird. All of these should have 2 in it. I don't know what's up with that. It shouldn't be happening. I think it's right here. Yeah. I actually tested this earlier. It did the same thing. This hopper was pointed straight down, so I thought that might have been doing it. So I flipped it around hoping that it would work now when I hit record, but it didn't. So I don't know what's up with that. That seems... We have some weird furnace-y bugs on this server. Like sometimes, it will take 1 piece of coal plus another tiny fraction of coal to actually cook 8 items. So you'll put in 1 piece of coal, 8 items, and you'll get 7 that are cooked and 1 that's left in there. It's very strange. I don't know why it does that. I guess it's whatever causes that is also causing this, but that's alright because, for the most part, it split them up evenly, and that's fine. That's all we really need. So that's good, except for I think this is too low. I want to break this all apart and build it 1 higher. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, so this is what I ended up with. So I lifted this all up by 1 block, like I said, and I've actually marked these last 3 as auto retrieval because starting with this one, these have hoppers underneath them. So when the stuff is done cooking, it'll automatically get pulled and go up through those elevators behind the wall and up to the main storage system upstairs. The rest of these, you'll have to pull out by yourself. And I am having some issues with this still. So you can see 24 coal, 24 coal, 24 coal, we get 24 coal, and nothing. There's nothing in this one. I don't get it. All the other ones, they all have 24, but not this one. And I thought it was because I originally had the coal input, which is now just this hopper, but I had it in a chest where this lamp was, with hoppers underneath it and another small item elevator behind here. So I thought maybe it was just something to do with the timing of the elevator at the bottom and at the top, and then the hoppers. But nope, it's just doing that. So I'm basically writing it off as a bucket problem, I guess. I don't know if you guys know what's going on with that. Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I'm calling this done. I'm just gonna have to deal with that, I suppose. But yeah, the only other thing I want to do in this episode is come over here and finish this hallway out. Just make it look a little bit nicer. I think I'm going to take this hopper line, move it over by a block so that they will not be in the way of lanterns. And then I can extend this floor all the way to the end and clean up the walls and the ceiling and stuff like that, probably. Alright guys, so that's the mining tunnel all done. I just took the standard floor pattern, and took it all the way to the end. I actually dug it out a bit further, so there's 3 more branches on either side that I can use whenever I'm ready to go mining. So I've got this chest way down at the end that's got materials I'll need to just carry the pattern on further when it comes time to do that. And this minecart with a chest in it, so I can easily offload stuff that will go up to the storage system upstairs, because it'll just take this cart over here to this unloader system, which is just hopper, and there's some redstone back there. Nothing you guys haven't seen before. So yeah, I guess when that minecart with chest sits up here, if there's anything in this hopper, this rail turns off. So the cart will just sit there until it's empty, and then it'll go off on its back to the end. And of course this one is just so I can ride it out to the end there. So that is it, you guys, for the industrial complex. Everything I've had planned to put in here, from top to bottom, all 6 sublevels, all done, all working, and I am pretty happy about that. And I know I said that was the last thing for this episode, but there's one other thing I got to do real quick, and we got to run out to spawn, and I will meet you guys out there. Alright guys, we are here at spawn, and I've been hearing reports that this has been causing some lag for some people. I don't really notice it very much, but I don't really want it to mess up with anybody's experience here on the server. And I'm pretty sure at this point everybody's seen it anyways, so we can go ahead and we're not going to turn the lights off, but I am just going to make it so they stop blinking and they just always stay on. So how we're going to do that is we need to break into here, and I think if we just come right here, we're actually going to take out these hoppers. Here we go. We'll just go all the way underneath. So we'll break out all the hoppers, and then I think I will just come in here with some cobblestone, like so. I will take out that one. Actually, I probably didn't need to do that. Let's see. Let me grab out my redstone shulker box. Grab some dust. Kind of loop it around like this. I do want to make sure that I've got plenty of torchlight in here. Okay, and then I will grab my redstone torch, and all of it is just now powered on. So hopefully that should alleviate any of the lag people were having because of that. Yeah, I know that all of the lighting updates caused by the redstone and stuff can sometimes be a little problematic for some people. So yeah, I am pretty happy with all of the stuff we got done in today's episode, you guys. Oh, let me get out of here. Alright guys, so we got out of there and this is looking alright. It still looks okay. I like it better if it's blinking, but I'd rather it not crash people's games. So yeah, as I was saying, I am pretty pumped about all of the progress we got done today. The entire industrial complex, at least all of it that I had plans for, is completely done. All of the projects that we have got started at this point are basically done. So we are free to move on to some newer and more exciting stuff. So if you liked it, leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the industrial complex, and definitely if you've got any ideas for some of the areas available, we've got stuff we can put in there. Let me know for sure. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, almost.